What's up, YouTube? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and as you can see here, we got the Blade Torrent 110. And my homie Mott asked me to check this thing out, so well, he asked me to set it up for him, so I'm setting this up for a buddy. But I figured I might as well share my experience with you guys with this thing. First of all, to give you guys a little bit of specs with this, well, of course, it's 110 millimeters from motor pod to motor pod. Supposedly, I haven't measured it, and these prop guards here can be removed, but the only thing is I don't have any shorter screws. I don't think I might have some shorter screws, but anyhow, I'm not going to have it that long, not long enough to do all of that stuff to it. So I'm just going to be flying it just like this, as is, because I got to get this thing back to him tomorrow. So I will try to get some FPV up in the air with this thing too. But as of now, I'm having problems with my FPV monitor mount. I lost the screw in the mount, and I can't really screw it onto my transmitter that well. I'm having a problem with that. So right now, I'm just going to do a quick line of sight flight with this thing. To give you some of the specs, it has 7,500 kV, 1104 motors, and they're branded with, it says thrust on them, and that's it. And it has 6 amp ESCs, no buzzer. It has a Spectrum satellite receiver in here. And what else? I don't know the field of view on the camera, but I hear it's a very wide view. Some people I saw were complaining about the view, the wideness of the camera view for FPV on this thing, on other reviews that I've seen. And also, we're going to be testing this thing with a 3S battery, because he said it didn't come with the battery at all. This is the bind and fly version, and so he did have this battery here. So this is a 30C 3S battery, 450 milliamp hour E-Flight, and it has a JST. I asked him if he wanted me to change the JST connector to a XT30 connection, but he said he would rather keep it this way, so we're gonna keep it this way. No mods for this one. Rats. Anyhow, let's get this thing up in the air. I did bind it to my Devo, so we're gonna check it out, do some line of sight with it right now. So right off, we're gonna do a throttle punch. Not bad. Definitely not the best though. I'm in angle mode right now, flying with it. Worst come to worst, I might have to do a night flight for the FPV because I'm losing light here. We're in acro mode now. I did turn the rates up in beta flight. Everything was on 70, so I put the pitch and roll on 80 and left the yaw on 70. So let's look at the yaw. Hold on, let's bring it over here. Let's look at the yaw. That's the yaw on it. So it flies a little heavy, it seems. I guess I might just be used to the other lighter quads, but the King Kong 110, flying it on 2S, seems a lot more powerful than this and a lot more fast and agile. I imagine that this would be a little faster without the rings on it, but the rings don't weigh that much to make such a big difference to make this fly fast and nimble as the King Kong 110. But it's not bad. So let's see what kind of speed we can get. So of course we can get this thing to move pretty fast in acro mode, because you can lean it almost all the way. not that fast though. Pretty fast though, I guess. I imagine that these hoops on it are generating a lot of drag though. It's losing a lot of power. So it's losing power fast. So let me land it. Okay, so that's it. Quick flight of the Blade Torrent 110 line of sight. So not long flight times with this, apparently. It was getting very weak. I could barely keep it in the air. The battery is kind of hot. The motors are pretty warm too. Yeah, the motors are pretty hot on this thing. But that's it. Quick flight of the Blade Torrent 110 line of sight. Thanks for watching.